How's everybody doing? It's wonderful to see you guys. There's a helicopter outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But welcome to Happsstars. This is a variety show that we do every Thursday night at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. We'll be doing a little ASMR today as well. And and I am joined every week with a wonderful co-host, and I just don't know where he is right now. But if he wants to join, I would be so excited. Oh my gosh. There he is. Hello.
What's up, Carrie Long Live?
Dude, look at that.
What's going on? How you
Oh my
doing
God.
tonight?
I'm
It
doing
is.
so
I
wonderful. That's
actually brought.
badass.
I actually brought the Power Glove for my profile picture on Happsstars. It is
Yes.
live right now on Happsstars, and it's so bad. Here
It
we
is so
go.
bad. We will be doing some ASMR the
Yeah,
whole
I'm
night.
gonna be like I'm gonna actually control Happsstars
Yes.
from the Power Glove tonight. So this is what we're going to be
Please,
doing. So I'm
please do
totally
that.
taking over Troy's job. So he no longer has a job. So all right, let's activate carry intro. Go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie Long, known as Carrie Long Live on all social media. It's wonderful to see you guys today. We have you here on Happsstars, which is a variety showcase at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, every Thursday on Happs, the network of now. Thank you so much for joining us. I am not as cool of a robot as Joe, because I only.
Oh my gosh, that is
Hello,
so awesome.
Ella,
Um,
Mark Gage, Tim Conrad. Fancy seeing
what's
you
up,
here.
guys? How's it
Thank you.
going?
Sunset. I don't know how to do a sunset, but thank you for the Happ Sunset Award
That was amazing. That was
and for the Bon
amazing.
Award.
We have a really, really good show tonight.
Hi, Michael.
Did you know that?
I know that. I'm saying hi to everybody. Hi,
Oh, okay.
David.
So am I doing the intro
Hi,
while you're
Lily.
doing like chat cleanup here?
Yeah,
Is that how
please.
it's rolling? All right.
Yes,
Welcome
you
to
always make me feel
Happsstars,
welcome.
episode number 5 for season 3. I am the co-host Joseph Burke along with Carrie Long Live, and you guys are in for one heck of a treat tonight. And I've actually gotten to know this guy for probably the past 3 or 4 months, and
He's
it's
a good
been
guy.
truly a pleasure getting to meet this guy. I don't know if are we going to bring him up right
Thank you.
away
I'm glad
or
you like my vest.
is that? Oh yes, legendary. You're welcome.
I'm
Thank you very
sorry.
much.
I'm in a mood right now, guys. All right, evening, Mob Squad. Yes, I think we should just bring him right on out because
I think
everybody is
so too, man.
dying
Let's
to
just
see
throw
him.
him up. Let's get it going. Ladies and
Robot.
gentlemen, the one and only Sir Tim Conrad.
Hello, Tim.
Hello,
Hello.
Timmy.
Hello, how
Hello.
are you?
Thank you
Hello.
for the Black Award,
I
Michael
don't have
Murray. We so appreciate you.
need cool glasses too, huh?
Oh,
Oh, yeah. You're 10% there. You're 10% there. You gotta, it's all more about this. You gotta kind of like lower your head
oh.
and get the
Are we all
ominous
doing
chant
this?
music. And then there you go. Welcome to Synthwave. All right. That was pretty awesome. I'll give you
That was
credit.
awesome.
That was good.
Right on.
All right.
That is
I'm
so
gonna take these
cool.
out back so you can see my ring light. You can see all my secrets.
Oh man.
Well,
So
this was a fun opening. That made me really
yeah,
happy.
why not? It's fun times. It's
Good
good times.
times.
It's Hap
All
Good
right,
time.
stars.
everybody. Tim, welcome to Happsstars. This has been a long time coming, and I am so excited to have you tonight. Everybody seems pumped. I'm pretty sure people know who you are already.
They should.
However, if you are brand new to Happs and have just started watching tonight, this is Tim Conrad, all the way over on the right, guys. Who? Tim Conrad, I say.
Tim
Does Tim sing? Oh, yes.
Conrad.
That's what he's on the show to do tonight, all singing.
Yes.
I like to
Yeah.
refer to him as man among men.
Oh, yes. That's a
Yes, just hear
very,
me out.
very
Yeah,
accurate
yeah, yeah.
title
I'll take
for
that.
him.
Man among men.
No,
God
I
bless.
want to give some people a little bit of your background, and I want to just kind of get the elephant out of the room right away.
Sure.
Tim Conrad, his day job, he is a first responder. And how long have you been doing this, Tim?
Oh, wow. So I've been career firefighter for almost 15 years. So 14 and a
Wow.
half years. But I
Okay.
volunteered a little bit before that for 3 years. So we're up to we're pushing 20.
Wow,
Wow.
man. I just want to say, man, I want to say God bless you. Thank you for all you do. You see stuff that the normal population never get to see. And I have an inclination, but there's no way I could ever walk in your shoes and be prepared for what you drive up on a routine night. And so I just want to say, man, yeah, appreciate it
We
so much.
appreciate you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so
Guys, if you want
much.
to show your love in the chat, make sure to do that as well.
Yeah.
I appreciate it as well. It's a great job. I've wanted to do it since I was a little kid. I'm second generation firefighter. My dad did 33 years here in Montgomery County, Maryland, and now I'm pushing year 15 with Frederick County, Maryland.
That's incredible. So you
Nice.
started
Frederick County.
firefighting at the age of 14 then? If you've been doing it for 15? Just kidding. You look so young. I'm like, how does that
He
math
does
add
have
up?
a baby face. He does have that
I've
going on.
been growing the beard out too because I've been off work, so I can't normally
Oh,
have this. And
Oh,
for
I
I
those
kind of
of
see.
like
you
it. Yeah.
for those
Yeah.
of you that want to know, these little spots are actual gray spots. So that's happened in all the time that I can't grow a beard now.
Now it's
Yeah,
turned gray. Oh no.
just in
Oh
spots down
no.
here. Isn't that funny?
Oh no. It's all good though.
No, it's interesting though
Everybody
because
likes some
the
silver
usually
fox going on in
they
there.
say those spots are from moments in your life that are from something very deep.
Oh,
Typically, have you ever heard of that? Have you ever seen a person walk around? They have complete solid like black or brown hair, but they got
Sweeney
one
Todd.
streak of white,
yeah,
Sweeney
yeah.
or
Todd.
they got one patch in the back of their head that's just completely white.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is usually from a typically now I don't you guys in the chat can prove me wrong, but from what I've known and what I heard, that is from someone who's had a very traumatic experience at a very early part of their life, or have
Huh.
went through something very deep.
Well, have I got a story for you?
That's
Well,
why you're on here, bro.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's exactly why you're on here. Let me finish just greeting everybody and then we will hand it
Absolutely.
over because they all want to
Oh,
say hi to you. Thank you, Mark, so much for the Happs Hug Award and Naomi for the Appreciate Award. And hello, Mom. It's great to see you. Great to see you, Molly. I know it's super interesting, Lindsay, isn't it? Yes, a little silver fox beard going on. You see what I'm saying?
I like it.
Sing, 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 sing. Hey, Jay. Pepe Le Pew. What's going on, John?
Pepe.
There we go. There we go. And Kevin, everybody in here. Hi, 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 hi. If I've missed you, we are so, so happy to have you here with us. Hi, Dad. It's almost like you guys timed that. What's up, TJ?
Hi.
Okay, guys.
Well,
So,
I
yeah.
want to say really quick, thanks to Ella for my bunny love. This is brand new since my last show. So I am
I
supporting my bunny
know.
Valentine right here. I love you, Ella. You are an amazing woman and a guest previously here on Happsstars. I know, right? I'm so sorry.
I need to buy one.
I know. Yeah, you
When I
gotta
lost
support
power,
Ella.
I really needed one. You know what I'm saying?
But
this is known as the Badges Bunny, the Lindsay
that
Badger.
looks like
Oh my
badges.
gosh. That's
It's so cute.
adorable.
I love that. Well, Tim,
I'm gonna,
let's dive
yeah, let's
into
get
it, shall we,
going here.
Carrie?
Yes,
Sure.
Ella,
please. Thank you for
let's
all the
start.
awards, guys. I appreciate you. All
Look at
right.
this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ella, we got Dina, we got Trevor.
Trev. Woo, you
Oh,
guys.
so much love. I appreciate that.
Glasses lady. I love
So,
it.
Tim, give us a little bit of your backstory. We're not going to get to the meat and potatoes just yet, but I just kind of want to know a little
Thank you,
bit of your
Ella.
background, where you come from, you grow up. You just give us a little bit. You don't have to give too much details away.
Sure. I'm born and raised here in Frederick, Maryland. Lived here all my life. Pretty standard family growing up. Mom, dad, and then three sisters. Two older, one younger. So, and actually, my two older sisters were 10 years apart. So, they
Oh,
did. My parents did or I guess my mom did the I want another kid after 10 years. And so now we have me and my younger sister. So I had somebody to grow up with, and it's actually been a really cool family dynamic. Um, so
Sounds it.
yeah, just a pretty standard life here in Frederick, Maryland.
So, would you say that Frederick, Maryland, is a small town, a medium-sized town, or a suburban of a larger city?
I'd say it's probably a medium-sized town as far as
Do you
Maryland
have a
goes.
Chipotle and a Starbucks?
We do, we
Okay,
do
so that
All right,
several.
so
explains.
it's
Okay,
medium.
so you're not rural. You're actually more civilized in terms of modern day
We're a little
convenience.
bit of both. I live in an urban area, but Frederick County as a whole can be pretty rural.
I
Um,
got you. Yeah,
when you
Very
compare it
cool.
to somewhere like Baltimore, Maryland, which is just
Mm.
all city.
nice.
My mom's going, yay, Maryland over there, because we lived in Maryland. She lived in Maryland for a long time. I lived in Maryland for a bit in Cockeysville. So we're kind of close to Baltimore. And yes, Cockeysville is a town in
Yes.
Maryland. It is called Cockeysville, and they called me Carrie from Cockeysville. It was really fun. So yeah, so you live more in a rural area than downtown Baltimore. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
um, but
Well,
that's fantastic.
so okay, so you live in Frederick, Maryland, Frederick County, is it right? Frederick County,
Yes.
Maryland. So let's start diving in. I know that you do an actual production here on Haps, but I don't want to get there just yet. I want to understand a little bit about Tim and why it is that you do what you do. Now, it's my understanding, and just through the many conversations you and I have had, and many late night drawing sessions, and just hanging out with Lindsay and
Ooh,
Ella
late night
and
session.
family, that there is seriously a tremendous, powerful story lying behind you and what you've went through and why you are doing what you're doing today. Do you want to maybe walk us through a little bit of that and just kind of maybe lay the foundation for the future conversation?
Sure. Where would you like me to start?
Well, all right. So if I'm not mistaken, there is some mental health issues involved,
mhm.
but those actually spawned from a certain illness, if you will, that you
Sure.
may have overcome in your life. And so I don't want to give too much of that away in me asking the questions. I want our listeners and our audience to be able to just, consume that up from you yourself.
Right.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Yes.
I was born on Tuesday. Okay,
So
good. Good start. Good start.
yeah, it was a drizzly Tuesday. Uh, um, yeah. So I had what I say is a pretty rough year last year, coming to terms with a lot that's been going on in my life. Um, I started out doing just fine. I was hired with the fire department right out of high school, almost like 20 years old.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and this is my career, like I'm already in my career at 20.
Good for
Um,
you.
so I never did the college thing, the partying and all that good stuff. So that was one of my excuses for as to why I was drinking a lot in throughout my 20s. Um, and that will
Because you didn't
segue.
get to in college.
Yeah. But I mean, looking back now in hindsight, that was my excuse. But there was that underlying thing that Joseph was talking about the whole time. And we'll get into that. But yeah, so I'm 20 years old, hired, bought my first house at like 22. I'm setting up for all this success. I've got 3 retirement plans going. Everything is just looking great. I have a fiance. We got married. This is wife one. We got married when I was
Sorry.
26. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm laughing because
Um,
you're laughing at this with the delivery, not at the.
yeah, I tend to do that. But so we got married at 26 and divorced at 28. So things were starting to unravel for me, and that perfect life I was setting up was coming unhinged, if you will, um, all because of my drinking. And I wasn't really aware that my drinking was a problem yet. Uh, I've had, numerous people kind of point it out, underhandedly, maybe here or there, like, hey, you think you're drinking a little too much? And no, and then we'd move on. But yeah, so last year was when it all kind of came to a head. Fast forward into my third. I'm 34 now. Last year, when I was 33, I was working a shift of overtime at the fire station, and it was 10 o'clock in the morning. We start at 6 a.m. here. So I made it 4 hours, and I the whole time had this excruciating pain in my left flank, like right in the middle, and it was kind of radiating into my back. And I didn't know what was going on. I'd never had kidney stones or anything, so all the guys, of course, were saying, "Oh, this sounds like kidney stones." So, long story short, I said, "I can't work like this. I have to go. I have to take sick leave and go to the hospital. This is terrible."
And from what I
So,
heard, that was a really big deal for you to actually do that
oh yeah,
due to your high pain tolerance and everything like that. So that's
yeah. I mean, it kind of runs in that thing like where we've talked about it before. Where we're the ones riding the ambulance and riding the fire engines, and we're showing up on your bad days, and we're supposed to
Mm.
be there for you. Uh, we forget that we are human too, and stuff happens to us. Um, so yeah, it is kind of a knockdown to have to go to the hospital that you deliver patients to all the time while you're on the job yourself. But I went in thinking this is kidney stones because they talked it up as it is, and even the doctor there was like, "Yeah, it sounds like kidney stones. We'll get you in for a scan to make sure." So they scanned my midsection, and the doctor comes back in and says, "Well, it's not good." I said, and now my brain's going every which way. And he's like, "It's pancreatitis with necrosis, chronic pancreatitis with necrosis. You've killed about 10% of your pancreas." And this all isn't computing yet. Like it's just bam. And he's like, "You can't drink anymore ever. Like no questions about how much do you drink, all this stuff. Are you an alcoholic? This, that, and the other. Just you can't drink anymore ever." Okay,
that's terrifying.
all right. So what do we do from here? So
Mm.
there,
Oh
he's
my god.
explaining. He's giving me the rundown. I had to stay in the hospital. They admitted me right away, and there was talks of surgery and everything. Luckily, I got out of there without any of that. But it was an 11-day stay in the hospital, and to treat pancreatitis, you can't ingest anything. So, no food,
Wow.
no water, no ice chips, no nothing. You have to just lay there with your IV drip, and it's all the while in the middle of COVID, so nobody can
Oh
come
my
visit
god.
either. So
Jeez.
I laid there in my own stuff to say um, for 11 days and thought about it, and I was like, all right, I can do this, no big deal. I got out of the hospital. I'm back on duty. 2 weeks go by, no drinking, but then my sick brain starts thinking, maybe you can just have one. Let's see if it hurts if you just have a drink. So I start drinking again, and it didn't hurt. Nothing happened. I was like, all right, I can keep doing this. Well, that led into more binge drinking, um, more alcohol down the gullet, and back into the hospital I went. And at this point, before I went to the hospital this time, I was drunk in my house, standing right over there, and I melted into a puddle on the floor of the living room. And I told my wife, I need help. I can't do this by myself, and I'm going to die. Like I had that coming to Jesus moment where
Mm.
I realized this was way out of my control and I couldn't manage my own life. Like I was going to die. And so I went back to the hospital, another 8-day stay, all the same. And from there, I mean, I called my work and I said, look, this is the deal and I need help and I can't come to work until I get it. And they were so supportive. The union and the upper brass got me where I needed to be, took care of my leave, took care of everything on their end. And I can't thank them enough for everything they did to help me out, because it truly is a brotherhood, the fire department, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's checking on me. So I went down to an inpatient rehab facility called the IAFF, which is our local union. Well, it's a nationwide union for firefighters. Um, but it's actually located for the whole country. Is located right here in Maryland in Upper Marlboro. So lucky, it's nice and close. I wasn't too far away from home, but I was there for 44 days
Oh
working
my
on
God.
me.
Jeez, Tim.
44 days
Hmm.
straight with no visitors?
No visits, still COVID times. Yep. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
So,
I had
I
no
mean,
idea.
there was 40
Oh
or
my God.
so other firefighters that were there. So that's what made this rehab facility so unique. Like the whole time I'm laying in the hospital, I'm thinking, oh, rehab. I'm painting this picture in my head of what rehab is in movies and stuff like that, and it was completely the opposite. Like I was amongst friends. We were all learning about each other and learning about ourselves together, growing and becoming better people. And they have graduation ceremonies for you. Yeah, it was completely different than what I anticipated. So kudos to
That's
everybody
really
down
lovely.
at the Center of Excellence as well.
It's
Um,
lovely to hear
I
that that was your experience. And some comments over here are saying, "Thank God you realized this," and you know,
yeah,
knowing you is a blessing, and it's wonderful to have such a positive environment for you to heal. All of these supportive comments, but that's a really wonderful spin on things. I mean, because man, that was a roller coaster that had like a long drop. That
Yeah.
story, and then, but it's so beautiful how things have turned around for you, and I'm so excited to unravel that over the course of tonight with you and Joe.
I
Yes.
just kind of wanted to backtrack for a second.
Sure.
There was something you said that kind of struck me, and it was a moment when you fell down in the floor in the living room in front of your wife. What was the driving? What was the motivator for that? I mean, obviously you were in a rough spot, but I've heard so many stories of people who have, you know, dealt with alcoholism, and it's a disease. I mean, it's actually a genetic type.
Hmm.
I mean, there's actually a gene for it that you can obtain more of it and actually function normally. But I count you one of the blessed people because you realize the gravity of your situation.
Hmm.
So, I mean, for me, what you did in just a couple of months or a couple of weeks turnaround takes other individuals years, if not decades,
Hmm.
to have
Sure.
that breakthrough moment.
Yeah.
And
So,
that self-awareness
yeah, exactly. So
is
I wanted to backtrack to that a little bit. What was the aha moment, that self-aware moment when you realized? Was there a
Um,
driver behind that?
yeah. I think to answer that question, it really so it did accumulate over years. Um, I attended my first AA meeting when I was 23 years old. Now at
Wow.
that time I was just trying to get people off my back. I had no
right.
desire to quit. I didn't want to stop or it wasn't for me, it was for everybody else. And to do something like this, to work a solid program in AA, you have to be doing it for you. It has to be
Yeah.
you. Any addiction, not just AA. Um, but to answer that question in particular, I think the best way to put it is that I didn't want to die. Um, there was many times when I thought, the depression got to me enough. Like I never wanted to kill myself or anything like that. I never reached that point, but I had what they called more of a passive death wish. If something were to happen, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I'm not going to do
Mm,
it myself, but
It makes
so
people, I'm sorry, but the impulsivity is there, and the just kind of carefree, like, you're not really sitting there worrying about the consequences of actions. If I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but from what I've experienced, if you know
that's absolutely right.
if
Yeah,
if in the back of your mind you're sitting there thinking it's not the end of the world anyway, you know
a
what I
lot of
mean?
times, they'll ask folks that they're doing a depression inventory on, if you will, trying to gauge if they're depressed or not. One of the
mhm,
questions is, have you been doing anything, risk taking, like skydiving, you
mm.
know, because there you go, you're like, I'm not actively killing myself, but if something were to happen, it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah, I
So
understand that.
yeah, they use that as kind of a gauge too for um, depression. Uh, so,
Interesting. Okay.
but going back to your question, it was just like it was a moment where I realized don't want I don't want to die yet. I'm not ready to go, and that's what kind of melted me down. And when you're in a drunk, if you will, uh, I know a lot of people that live an alcoholic life will agree. Uh, you almost always look yourself in the mirror when you're in your drunk, and you have that you're such a piece of you know what
You
moment.
can. You're
Poop.
allowed to
Yeah.
curse on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's
You
no.
can.
Yeah.
You're a
There's no.
piece. You can say that you're a piece of shit. I'm not saying you're a
Yeah.
piece of shit. You can
There's
say it.
no.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it.
I told Ella I wouldn't be the first one. No,
No, you be
but
real,
yeah,
man. You can be real on here. It's all
Yeah,
right.
you look
100%.
anybody that lives that alcoholic lifestyle at some point in one of their drunks they're looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, "What you're such a piece of shit," and I mean, and you can't really do anything about it, but you can. Um,
Mm.
so that was it. Like I knew I wasn't ready to leave this world yet, and I haven't finished everything I've been put here to do. And so I needed to take some action, and that's when that was the catalyst, the moment I said I need help. I can't do this myself.
Well, God bless you, man, for being
Seriously,
self-aware and having enough
having that
inertia
strength.
in your soul and spirit to drive you in that direction. That's unreal. And like I said previously, it takes what you did in just, I know you've suffered and dealt with this for months and years, but just in this past year, that realization and that moment of that epiphany, uh, that you want to be here. You want to be here for your family. And I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of thankful that you're here right now and we get to have this awesome conversation because
I'm
I know
extremely
there's a
thankful as well.
lot of people that's going to be benefiting from what we're talking about here tonight. So
And I really
definitely.
hope so. That's the whole reason I come on Haps. Really is the is trying to pass that word along and help as many people as I can. And for those that were asking or wondering, my the date of my last drink was last year, June 16th, 2020. I've gotten
Wow.
my 1 year chip from AA,
Congratulations on that, man. That's huge.
and we're still
That's
pushing.
amazing.
We're up past 15 months now sober. So
Wow,
Good for
man.
you,
That is
man.
such an accomplishment. And I'm sure that your family are just, your biggest cheerleaders in this moment because they're starting to see their dad and their husband in a whole new light. That's
Yep.
so rewarding.
My
yes,
mom is saying that she's glad you chose to live.
Oh,
To quote Stephen Hawking's, "Where there's life, there's hope."
yes,
Um,
very much.
that needs to be presented on screen.
okay, that's my mom. um,
Hi, mom.
wow. Okay, Tim, I'm not crying. You're crying. Can you guys? What's going on? What are you doing here? My allergies are just. Oh goodness. All right.
It's all
So,
right. It's okay.
no,
Um,
it is. It is. It's
it's
all good
good.
and it's all
It's
okay.
good.
But yeah, I mean,
Allergic
the fact
reaction.
that you had
It's
that
okay.
moment, the fact that you had that moment of realizing that passive, what was the term that you used?
Passive death wish.
There you
Passive
go.
death wish. Yeah.
So not, yeah, not an active one. You're not out there driving your car into other people, but you're okay with the fact that if something happens, that's the way it is. And the fact
Hmm.
that you got to that point where you decided and realized and recognized that you did not want to just even passively let anything like that happen, and you wanted to now actively turn things around and make sure that you are going to be here and ensure that you'll be here for your family and to see them grow, and just be here to share your story with everyone, because right now so many people are connecting with you in the chat, let alone the
Hmm.
people who maybe are not talking because they're just listening and are not at a point where they feel comfortable to talk yet. So the fact that you're doing this, and we talked about this in the meeting, the fact that you're normalizing talking about this is a
Yeah.
really, really respected and beautiful thing here, because you are bringing up a topic um that most people wouldn't be able to get up and make themselves vulnerable enough to be able to talk about, and we really genuinely
I'm
appreciate it.
so glad, Carrie, you brought that up. There's this big fear about being 100% transparent.
Yeah.
Because when we open up and we peel back and we shine light on those areas of our life that is dark, there's always this innate feeling inside of us, what are others going to think? What are my friends going to think? What is my family going to think
Hmm.
when this is revealed? Everybody in my community, am I ready for that? And I think fear is the biggest thing that prevents us from truly finding our joy and our stride in life. And I'm so proud of you for the fact that not only have you conquered that fear, but now you're using that as your story. That is your story. That is your testimony, bro.
Hmm.
And and I know you're going to stay on the track. You're going to stay through this to the end. I know I've known you long enough that you're not a guy that gives up easy. And so just hearing that is just gives me a lot of joy in my heart. And my next question for you is, how did you find the Happs family? Like, how did you know about Happs in the first
Yes,
place?
yes. I wanted this one. Oh,
Um,
speaking of which, we are so
There it
blessed to
is.
have you in the Habs family.
oh,
Beautiful question, Joseph.
Hey,
yes,
I'm just following the flow. This
It's
is what
like
I do.
you're
go
I'm
you've
with the
done
following the
this
flow.
flow.
before. Have you like interviewed some people? Because it seems like you may have. I don't know, but
This it's not my night. It's Tim's night.
come on, Tim, give us the good stuff.
Well,
Talk to
so
us.
I kind of stumbled into Haps from Periscope. Like I never live streamed on Periscope. I just used it as like TikTok. I just scroll through, watch people doing stuff, and it was just like a time killer, really. And I enjoyed Periscope. It's I met some great people there. And when Periscope shut down, uh, Haps was the one that fell into my lap. I think because of Jim in Chicagoland. He said he was going over to Haps, and I've watched a lot of his streams, like the trivia and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I started watching and stuff on Haps. I was not a live streamer by any chance or any stretch of the
By any
imagination,
means.
right? But I don't
But
know.
look
I
at
mean,
you now.
as I worked my program in AA, this kind of just happened, and I'm glad it did because it really Haps is like a whole separate support network for me, and for a lot of people, but for me in particular, it's I can come on and talk and hit the go live button, and people
Mm.
come in and start opening up with me.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure I can still see you, buddy. All right. So we
um,
had a paragraph of
it's a Troy's lost it.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm sorry. Sorry, I lost track. I'm a squirrel. No, you were just talking about how you could get on here. Get out of my face.
so
And thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And I wanted to just speak to that really quickly about how we had talked about Haps becoming almost a form of therapy. Um, to be able to hop on and talk to people who are going to understand and to do that in a safe space. So I definitely want to hear what you have to say about that and maybe how that led to the creation of your baby on
yes.
Haps, your baby, your show baby.
Oh, the mental health hour. Yes. It
Oh yes.
We
so
have a
that
video too, by the way.
Oh,
yes, we do. We have a
oh,
Do
promo
you
shall
want
we?
and
us do you
Shall we
want us to roll
intro
the
into it
video and
and
then we
then
can?
sure, yeah, that's
talk
Okay,
about
fine.
it?
let's do it. All right. So we're going to pause for a second. This is the mental health hour, which is every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern, right here on Haps.
Don't be
And
confused. This still is Happsstars. Don't be confused.
on Happsstars. Well, it's not on Happsstars, it's on Haps.
No,
Ooh.
It's
just
okay.
go. Just go.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Here's the video. Check it out.
Sharing experience, strength, and hope is what gets us all through. Be happy, talk about these things, normalize it more.
Well, I am a bad person. I shouldn't have picked that because, like, and they do, they'll make you think that you were selfish for picking that.
when I got on the phone, she had told me that he had OD'd from fentanyl that night, and she had found him in the morning on his bed with his lips blue.
Very traumatic experience, especially when I'd had to wait like 8 months in like excruciating pain every day. And when you're in that kind of pain, it's very hard to keep positive and keep going. The days when you wake up and you're just like, I can't do this anymore. And then when you have the pandemic on top of it, like it's just a hard time. So
to your question, Tim, as far as the mental health part of things, I was a wreck. I think I'm still a wreck to an extent. I still think I am suffering from that post-traumatic end of things. I became more short-tempered because there were things like in this case for my daughter I had no control over. Prior to that, I was the father figure. I had the control. I was the breadwinner. I was the one that had to say, all of a sudden, all of those things were pretty much taken out of my hand. It was frustrating.
Because I knew exactly what I was doing there. In that place, in that space, I don't have to deal with any of the cobwebs, the BS that's kind of like compartmentalized.
You don't have to deal with life outside.
Yeah.
Man, what a great video bumper, dude.
Seriously.
Very well put together, dude.
Tell
Very
people,
well put together.
Yes, just give them more information on this, please, please, please.
Yeah,
now
sure.
That we have this beautiful intro.
So I started this.
Thank you, Brian.
I started this with I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I knew that I wanted to hit go live. It was finally time to do something. Like my program that I've been working in AA, I've reached the 12th step. The 12th step is all about sharing experience, strength, and hope, so that others can be successful as well. And this is one of my 12th step things that I do. So one day I just hit the go live button and I started telling my story, and I called it Mental Health Hour Pilot. And it caught a lot of attention. And Lucia from the Happs team showed up and was really supportive of it, and said, you need to keep going with this. And absolutely. And I was like, sure, I've got a wealth of information on this stuff now. From everything I learned at rehab, I'd love to keep talking about it. So here we are. We're going into episode 20 next week, 20 weeks later. And you can see we've had a lot of great guests on already, and we've got more to come.
They were some amazing guests. That was incredible.
I noticed a lot of people on there that I know, so that's really nice.
Yeah. And hello,
Very
PETA.
cool. Hey, PETA. PETA. It's so good to see. And that's another thing about this platform too that I truly admire. It's something when you have the admin team supporting its own community and supporting shows like the Mental Health Hour, Happsstars, the Creative Multiverse, Badger Makes. I mean, it is such a blessing. You are a blessing, Peter and Pablo, and Mark as well. I really appreciate you guys. So Tim, the Mental Health Hour has kind of become the pinnacle of who you are. Not only is your story relevant with your guests, but you're also providing a safe space and a platform for your guests to kind of do exactly what you did just here is be transparent.
Yeah.
And dude, I got to commend you for that. That is such a big thing to have guests on that are willing to go all in, not just give you a quarter of their story, but the full story as it's meant to be unfolded. And there's a saying sometimes when we're talking about it, especially in the ministry world, is that your story is not done. And when you think about it, especially everything that you've went through and I've went through, even Carrie, our story's not done. It's a constant unraveling of just everything in our lives, and it's unfolding every day. Things are changing and evolving. And so, but what has been one of the greatest lessons that you have learned yourself from being the host of the Mental Health Hour?
I am so glad you asked that question, because
Isn't Joe good? Isn't he good?
that just
I
happened. That
Go ahead, Tim.
did you just watch yesterday?
No, I have not watched anything. I see. I just go with the flow, man. This is what I do. So go ahead.
Yeah. So yesterday's episode was a viewer requested. We do also take requests. I'll drop the bio link in there.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
please
please
do.
do.
But
I'll start.
we had a request for gaslighting.
Oh,
So
Gaslighting in relationships.
gaslighting in relationships. I actually didn't I didn't know exactly where to go with this one. So as always, I sit down and I do all kinds of research. Like, I mean, I sit
Oh wow.
down and I get ready for the show.
Wow.
I
And
like
This is
it.
how I get ready for the show, but okay.
and so as I was reading about gaslighting, I came to this realization, and I talked about it on the show yesterday. I'm like, wow, this was me. I was gaslighting everybody, and I didn't even realize it until
Interesting.
yeah, I was
twist.
gaslighting people, to keep them away from thinking I had a problem,
Mhm.
and that way I could continue to do what I wanted to do. I get the benefit of the outcome. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, yesterday's episode was very eye opening for me, and that happens when you're talking mental health. If you're not learning something new every day, and keep pushing forward with these types of conversations, then we can tend to fall backwards in our own mental health. And so, I mean, the mental health hour in itself has been great, not only as like 12th step work, like I was saying, but for myself at the same time. Like it's therapy for me.
You're
Um,
offering therapy to everybody.
But
yeah,
at the
and
same
anybody.
time, I believe I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this thought at the same time as people are unloading their stories on you, you yourself as the interviewer are growing from hearing their story, and together you're kind of growing stronger together because we're not designed to be living life alone on an island by ourselves. That's not the intent.
Right.
And I just love that
Human
because
connection,
you
man.
have the platform, you have the show, and you have some amazing guests. And you are growing as an individual and an advocate yourself because of everything that you've went through.
And that's all I can hope for. And I'm so
Well,
appreciative.
you're doing it.
Yeah, for it to continue, and I'm so appreciative for everybody that shows up for the show every week. And I gotta give a huge shout out to Gemma as well. She
Oh, yeah.
came
Gemma!
on. She came on with me
Shout
back in episode 5. That
Sorry.
was a good shout out.
Spend a
Gemma.
little time with me tonight.
Gemma,
Gemma!
the co-hostess with the mostest.
Yes,
Thank you.
she does so much for the show, though.
Oh,
So much. Um,
What's happening right now?
I just said thank you when you were saying the co-host is Smith and Mo. You're talking about Gemma. I just said thank you. So I'm just
This
gonna
is
step back.
Carrie. This is your show and all, but
I'm
we
just
were talking to Tim over here. So no, I love you, Carrie. You know that. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Get
all
back
right.
up
I'm
here,
back.
girl. Get back
I'm
up
back.
here.
Here we go.
So how did no? So before Carrie's getting ready to prepare a song, Carrie, go ahead, get yourself ready.
Mhm.
But how did Gemma become a part of the Mental Health Hour?
Gemma came in to episode 1 that I was talking about with. She was another just avid supporter of what was happening.
Okay.
Out of the blue on Happs, here's this guy talking about alcoholism and his story and stuff. And then not long after, Lucia did one of her shows, Be Kind to Your Mind, and featured me on it. And we had a good stream together. And Gemma was there as well. And that's when we really connected, was there. And we started talking about mental health and stuff. And I'm like, you want to come on the show? And I'll interview you. I haven't had a guest on. And she's like, absolutely, I'd love to, but only in a British accent. And so then she came on, and the very next episode after hers, I mean, her episode got a lot of traction, and the very next episode after her, or after, yeah, episode 5, I said, "Will you come back on and kind of co-host this thing with me, because it's a lot easier to do this with two people bouncing ideas off each other." And
What
she
an
was like,
organic, like,
100%.
relationship to have built. That's amazing.
Yeah, so she's been around ever since, and I thank her so much for all she put together that video. She does so much for the show that is just it goes unnoticed, and I want to spread the love as Carrie does, and say thank you to Gemma for everything.
I feel the same way about Carrie, and I feel the same way about Badges. I think it's when you find that great co-host. I mean, it's a dynamic duo, man,
It's a
and
blessing.
it's a great thing. It is exactly, it is a blessing, and I've been with Badges since 2016, if you can believe that.
And you two, I've got to say, I mean, the chemistry there is just there's nothing like it. You guys
Yeah.
are just
It's pretty kinetic and
white on
magnetic.
rice. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So that's awesome. And so what we're going to do now, we're at the 45-minute marker, a little bit after. We're going
And I
to
got my little
kind of take a breather for a minute. Carrie's got her music ready. Tim, if you need to step down for a minute and do a union break, you're more than welcome to.
Awesome, yeah.
And but Carrie,
greased lightning.
Carrie, you have got the reins, my dear.
Synthomatic. I love all these comments. All right, yeah, but come on, stay in and pip with me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm gonna pip with you. I got you. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna mute myself though, so in case I fart, you don't hear it.
Traumatic. Thank you for getting that. Of course. Oh wow, this could be greased lightning. Okay, so I am going to sing a song called "I Need You" because I think it's appropriate right now. Go grease lightning down on the corner. Oh, that's not grease. Sorry, no, that's not I Need You. That's Grease Lightning. Intergalactic. And Mom, I saw your comment about music and mental health going together, and boy, do I think that that's true. All right, guys. So this is an original song. This is called I Need You. I was reading. I'm sorry. I can't read and talk at the same time. Thank you for the Peace Award. Thank you, Veda. Our beautiful, beautiful co-host of season 2. I think they're oh my godding at you, Joe. I want you to know before I go that I need you always in my heart. Whenever we're apart, I need you. How can you know all of me? Thanks, Lynn. How do you do things that you do? Go your own way. Don't make me say that I need you. I have to let you go. I cannot show that I need you. How can you know all of me? How can you know Daisy's a tree? Would you be mad if I came running back? I know it's wrong, but darling, I know that's wrong. Oh, take me as I am. need you. Be here with me now. I'll never wonder how it would have been. Can you know all of me? How do you do things? A long, long time ago, there was a volcano living all around in the middle of the sea. I'm doing this for Veda because she loves the volcano song. His days of singing all alone turned his lava into stone until she was with the brink of extinction. I'm making up stuff, yeah. But little did he know that living in the year below another volcano was listening to his song. I have a dream I hope will come true, that you'll grow old with me and I'll grow old with you. We thank the earth, sea, and the sky above. Send me someone to love. I like trees. How can you know all of me? How do you do things? We need to.
Yay! That's our Care Bear. What's up,
All
Care
right.
Bear?
So that was an original song called I Need You, but that was also smushed in with I smushed the volcano song in there. So lava, yeah, and then we came back around. So thank you guys.
I like trees.
I need you. I love you. I like trees.
I like trees. Big trees.
I like that song title.
We're like cypress and spruces. Ain't that right, James?
Oh my goodness. I
I love
can't even
you,
get into it. If I
James.
start thinking about trees and how much I like them and how much James likes to just interject that he likes trees,
I like trees.
I'm gonna lose it.
I'm a weeping willow.
Um,
Weeping willow.
Tim, you can just join right in here
I
and
like
just make
pine
a
trees,
Forrest
oak
Gump voice,
trees,
and then
Japanese
all you
maple
have to
trees,
do is talk about trees, and you
locust
will be in
trees,
a
cypress
group. I like
trees,
trees.
big old
I
trees.
like
Out in California,
trees.
they got them big old trees. They go right up
We
to
got
the
big
heavens
oak
of
You
God
just
trees.
right
gotta
there.
talk like you got molasses just
You got to,
spilling
you
out
got
of
to,
your mouth.
yeah.
That's what you gotta do, my friend.
It's almost like a cross between like low country South Carolina, a little bit of Texan, and maybe just some Bayou, Louisiana. Kind of, it's right in there, right there. I ain't lying, Bo. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
The maples look stunning right now. Oh, I
it's
know.
so good. It's so good.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The
And all of our
redwoods.
palm trees are dying. It's just wonderful out here. Everything's on
That
fire.
sounds
It's so beautiful.
great. You
So
want some of our
beautiful.
humidity? Because it's like
Yes,
really
please.
hot right here in
Can you
Florida.
just like spray us a little bit?
It's a bit moist in the Sunshine State.
The
right
weeping
now.
willow tree in My Girl was fake? What?
No,
Derailed.
no, I'm not.
Breaking news.
I'm not accepting that.
Oh my
Breaking
goodness.
news on
That's
Happs.
crazy.
All right.
That's crazy.
So,
Okay. So
steering back here, there's another elephant in the room we have
let's
got
get
to
it out.
talk about.
Oh no.
How did the world of Tim Conrad become entangled with the world of My Bunny Valentine? How did this union of two people who are exact polar opposites form such a cool friendship?
My.
The
So it all
Bickersons.
started on a drizzly Tuesday.
On a drizzly
On a-
Tuesday when you were born.
It was a cold, dark Tuesday in Tim Conrad's neighborhood.
So that is actually all thanks to the Beardo and Weirdo show right here on Happs.
Really?
Weirdo and weirdo.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
Well, they're good guys.
They were. I've been following them a while, and Ella's always on their show, and I was like, I get one of those bunny rabbits, help her out, support Ella, and plus the kids love all the Bunny Valentine stuff. So, I mean, it just kind of happened from there, and ever since, I mean, our relationship has kind of grown here on Happs. Actually, I think the first time I was on camera with her was because of a challenge that one of our mutual friends on here, Uncle Rick,
Yeah.
he said he wants everybody to cheers. So she had me up one day to cheers, and I just haven't left.
Wow, you just kind of you.
I haven't peed yet.
Well, thanks for letting everybody know.
But
First and
guys,
foremost,
did you just see what Ella did? Active sponsorship.
Active sponsorship.
Oh snap!
So I'm gonna go pee now.
Wow.
But
Okay, that's something to pee over right there.
I know I'm gonna pee and I'm gonna text Veda.
That's
Okay, I'll be right back.
amazing. That is amazing. Enjoy that, and make sure to flush. But anyway, I digress. So, Ella, seriously, thank you for supporting Happsstars and what we do, and supporting Tim. I appreciate that, and it makes perfect sense. It would be on Tim's show, so that's a lot of love. So the Bickersons,
The Bickersons.
how this whole involvement has just been pure joy to watch. It's almost like Andy Richter and Conan O'Brien, like the antagonist, and so how does that affect you? I mean, are you looking forward to, how does your day plan around the Bickersons?
Well, usually it's probably about 7 p.m. our time, which is East Coast. The texts will start like, "What do you want to talk about tonight?" and we kind of have that love-hate relationship, or
I've seen it.
oil and water on some topics.
Yeah.
So it's fun. We get a lot of viewers come by, even though it's like the middle of the night, and then of course we get the art crew coming in and hanging with us, and but yeah, sometimes when it's just the two of us, we'll plan these like talks or debates, and it's become really fun because you come in, you can air out your stuff, and we always leave at a happy medium.
That's
it's
amazing, dude.
It's never, well, I'm never coming on this show again.
No, but you guys bust each other's chops so much, but yet there's love behind what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's such a fresh concept because I've never seen the way you and Ella literally feed off of each other in your conversations. And she's got her quirkiness, and you've got your straight delivery, your one-liners that are just like boom.
Yep.
It's so fun to watch that whole process. And I want to take a moment, if I could, and just thank you and Ella very much from the bottom of my heart. I had a very bad injury about 4 weeks ago, and there were many nights where I could not go to sleep, and I was lying on the couch. You guys know the story.
Mm-hmm.
But you and Ella were in my ear just about every night. And I do remember, several nights, not that you were having a boring show or anything, but I literally fell asleep with you guys talking in my ear. And
That's awesome.
So from my heart to you, I want to say thank you and Ella so much just for having something for me to listen to with some friendly voices to kind of just bring it all down in my mind, because my mind was literally through the roof and it wouldn't shut off. And you guys just have this beautiful chemistry. And I know if I feel it, a lot of the other viewers and audience members will feel it as well on Happs. or have already been have felt it. But
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for that.
Well, it's our pleasure, as Ella said in the comments there. It's
yeah.
she's the late night streamer here on Happs, and
Oh,
you know, I have,
she's hardcore.
with my wacky work schedule, I'm up at different hours of the night as well. So um,
And
we
if I'm
do
not
get
sorry.
we do get plenty of sleep. I just wanted to let everybody know.
I don't think Ella sleeps. I
sleep
I
at
don't.
odd hours.
Either.
I don't think, man. I think she's just like a rechargeable battery,
Souls are souls.
and she just plugs in docks for a couple minutes, and she's good for the next 24 hours. I mean, it's just crazy how she works.
That's why she does bunnies. She's an Energizer bunny, and she just doesn't ever need to stop.
She doesn't stop.
So she
You
just
give her a ukulele and puppy cat, she's good to go.
Yeah. She keeps
Speaking of
trying to
which,
pawn me off.
I am buying one of those. Okay, where's the link? I need the link. I need to buy it. Is all I'm saying.
MyBunnyValentine.com.
Oh, I'd be happy
Well,
to.
I mean, what if somebody else wanted to get it too?
Okay.
I might have figured that out, but
I get it, but
try to do a little bit like
I'm more of a
stealthy
literalist.
promo.
I'm
Do you know what
sorry,
I'm saying?
God.
Trying to like be secretive about
Okay.
it.
Anyway,
Veda 10 or Veda 15? Fire
Veda
Dude 15?
15.
What is all of
It's
this?
true. Yeah, those are
Oh wait,
discount
there's
coupons.
Happsstars 15 too.
Yep, those are actual active
Happsstars
codes.
15. Oh, I'm sorry, but yes, use Veda 15 because it's in all caps, and she clearly wants you to. So that's the one.
She
Or
needs
you
some
can just use
support.
Happsstars 15 and just say no to
Take your
Veda.
pick.
But we don't want to
Ja,
say
ja,
no
ja,
to
ja, ja.
Veda. I don't want to say no
Never
to
want to
Veda.
say no to Veda.
I can't
It's
say
my
no to
birthday.
Veda.
Wait, it's not your birthday today. No.
Veda.
Hold on.
No, that can't be right.
It
I would
is
have
her
seen that
birthday
on.
month. It's her birthday month. Let me just make sure. I think it's the 20th. Hold on. I need to check my calendar.
Okay.
October 20th. Boom! But it's Veda's birthday month. It
Well,
is
that's
her
a
birthday. So
good
that's
memory there, Carrie Long.
Well, it's
Wow.
Veda long. Veda long.
Veda
Veda
Long.
Long, ladies. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and take Carrie down for the night. She's off the grid for a moment.
Welcome to
Veda.
Happsstars.
Just got married.
Veda Long, ladies and gentlemen. That was amazing.
I just turned into a dollar bean.
Tell you something right now. That girl ain't wrapped too tight right there. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Apparently, a spiritual advisor told Veda that she's going to be with a blonde woman. So that apparently is happening.
Oh.
Can you guys please take over?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And just have a moment to collect yourself. So we're back on the Bickersons with
The Bickers.
Ella and Tim.
Yes.
And you have a plethora of guests that come in and filter throughout the night.
Yes.
So what has been one of the greatest joys while she's here? What has been one of the greatest joys in just hanging out with Ella? Just,
and
BSing the whole night away.
that's just a lot of fun every night. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to show up on screen. The other night we had Beardo and Weirdo on.
I saw that.
Cursing
Yeah.
all night? Is that what you do? Y'all curse all night?
That's what she likes to say.
It's
I
this
like
guy
it.
right here. Yeah,
Just so you guys know, we are allowed to drop bombs on this show. So everybody's being classy and G-rated. Just so you know, it's okay as long as it's not excessive.
After hours is we call it Happs after dark or after hours.
It is 11 p.m. somewhere.
Yeah,
you're listening to Happs After Dark with Veda and
Veda?
Carrie and Tim and Ella.
BSing the night away.
All the other crazy people out there in the world.
BSing the night
Night
away.
Oh,
okay. There I sung.
The night away.
I get knocked down.
Drinks
Anyway.
Wait, oh no, everyone's sober.
But I get up again. You're never
They drink a seltzer
keep me down.
and a Coke.
I got a delicious cranberry lime seltzer here. It's really good.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite parts of the Bickerson shows, and she's in the audience right now, is Shirley Baker. That lady is so funny, and she always gets me laughing.
Shout out to Shirley. What's up, Shirley? Yeah, she comes in on the multiverse every once in a while too, and she's always giving us a lot of love. So,
can I just shout out the multiverse really quick right now?
Sure.
That was one of the most lit parties I have been to on live streaming ever. Okay, last night, and I don't mean to be making anybody else feel bad. Veda was there.
Pretty good.
I don't mean Lindsay was there. So it was just nonstop laughs. I have not laughed that hard in so long. It was such good energy. There was like 7 or 8 people there, man.
It
The
was
vibes
great.
were off the chain. It was the best party I've been to in years. Okay,
I gotta
and
admit,
mind
I
you,
haven't laughed that much in a long time.
it was incredible. I love you, Daddy. Good night. Yeah, it was so fun. Because yeah, we are all. I mean, we're all separate. Tim, have you? I went to pee, but did you talk about where you are right now and why you are where you are for how long you are? The quarantine.
Oh, yes. I am off work
So
right now on
speaking of
quarantine.
lonely, I'm just bringing that up that we're all.
I wasn't going to
feeling
bring
that.
that up, but since Carrie already
Well, I
Yes,
was
no, it's.
alluding to it, but then I was like,
do
maybe
we
they'll
really?
just notice.
I
Do
was
we
like,
really want to know?
I'm in Frederick.
Maybe only he'll hear it. Nobody.
No, I am quarantined right now because I was exposed at work to the COVID-19 virus and have been lucky enough to test positive. So,
Oh,
Oh,
um,
goodness gracious me. Are you
yes,
asymptomatic?
very asymptomatic. Yes,
Good,
I'm
good, good.
vaccinated,
But
so I think the vaccine's doing its job.
mm,
Keeping it low key.
that's good.
But
That's
do
the
you
reason
feel a
why
bit
it's
under
there.
the weather? Do you feel
I
like a little bit under or
I've
just
had
normal?
I've
COVID
had
Conrad.
moments. Yeah, COVID Conrad. That's become my name
Hashtag
here.
We've got
COVID
Veda
Conrad.
Long. We've got
You're listening to COVID Conrad only on Happsstars.
the vid kid. Oh no.
The
That
Vid
sounded
Kid.
like a radio broadcast. You're
That's what
listening to
he is.
COVID Conrad.
You're listening to COVID Conrad. Oh
COVID
my god.
Conrad.
Okay, can we not make fun of Tim having COVID?
Oh,
Okay,
it's
I'm just
fine.
kidding. I know, we're all
No, I
just
don't want to
kidding.
make fun of that.
I'm
We're not
surprised it
making
took
fun of
this
that.
long. If you lock yourself in an ambulance with COVID people for 2 years,
Fair enough.
It's
it
bound
But
to happen. The odds are,
yeah.
as they say on Hunger Games, the odds are ever in your favor.
Tim looks handsome for having COVID. Thank God. Ooh, we got
Hashtag.
God.
Veda Long swooning over here.
Yeah, he is a
Yes,
stud.
very thick
Does
skin.
he have the
Shirley
thick
knows.
skin? I read
You
that it's
can't
forced. Oh,
you
never
can't
mind.
be completely transparent like I've been
Hey,
toting
Chris.
I am. If you don't come out and say, hey, I have COVID, I'm an alcoholic, and I love Haps.
Mm.
I mean, what are you really doing with your life if that's not what you're coming out saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but
I feel
luckily
you.
or thankfully, I only have 3 more days left of quarantine, so
Woo!
I get out of house arrest and I get to be released back into the wild.
Now
Aw.
I have a tough question that I mean you don't have to answer, but you can. So are you allowed to see your family at all?
So yes, that
The
because I'm
hapsaholic.
because alcoholic,
I like that,
because
Chris
I'm
Gales.
because I'm vaxxed and everything.
And you don't have to. I
My,
mean, I know it's private, but I'm
it's
sorry.
okay.
I already
My
asked.
my quarantine instructions are a bit laxed compared to an unvaccinated coworker
Sure.
of mine.
Yeah.
So we still take it relatively serious here. We stay on different floors. Like, so you'll notice, like yesterday, I was streaming from upstairs on the mental health hour because I'll
Mm.
stay up in the bedroom, and then I've Lysol down everything, and then when it's time for the kids to go up and my wife, uh, they take the upstairs and I come down and I'll sleep on the couch and then I'll Lysol that and everything, and we just kind of flip flop in the house. Um, so we are still allowed to
But you
live
were in the
together,
same
but
home. That's
yeah,
good. I
yeah,
can't have any
we
more of
had
you spending
discussed
42 days alone. I can't.
her going to grandma's house for 2 weeks, but it just wasn't happening. So
Who beat me to presenting that comment? Um, that's
Yeah.
his
Well,
wife is in trouble and quarantine is over.
I was actually going to start transitioning into that, and
I would.
Desiree beat me to it.
Mm-hmm.
Desiree, let me do my job, okay? No, I'm just messing with you. So I've noticed there was a thing that was happening. Was it August
all
when
ghost.
you? Okay. Um, so this magical thing happened one night, on the whims of the creative multiverse, in comes Tim Conrad, and he says one night, "I believe I'm going to draw with you guys." And we had no idea you had
Did he
artistic
say that? I
capability.
believe I'm gonna.
I believe I'm going to draw. I
I
said,
believe I'm can't.
I said, I believe
I
I'm
say,
going to draw with you guys. And
I wish I had.
my God Almighty.
well, you could see all of his stuff on his Instagram page. He does
Yes,
post. Are you doing Inktober as well, Tim? I believe you are, right?
I am doing Inktober.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all on my Instagram, which is on the
It's
bio
I've
link I
also
dropped.
started
all right. So
drawing.
that's TJCon2687 at
This was the
2687.
this was the very first one.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
hold it up. Here we go. Here we go. I
That's
remember
really
that Super
good.
Mario Brothers. Yep.
That was
Oh
the
my
very
goodness.
first.
Look at that.
I've always been so envious of artists that can make simple like shapes and lines and all of a sudden it looks like something. Like I have mad respect for the realism and the detail. I also just think it's such a like fantastic talent to be able to do what you can
And
do and
for
put those simple lines together and then all of a sudden it's a thing.
for
that?
Inktober, you guys, he did the Baltimore Ravens logo. Absolutely ridiculously cool. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Look
Can
at
we
that.
get Joe up full screen real quick on that? Because that's really cool looking. And thank you for the Happy Halloween Award, Ryan Ramirez. We appreciate you.
But if you
Okay,
wanted to
apparently we're
see,
not going to get Joe. There we go.
so if you wanted to see more of Tim's work, you
Wow.
definitely need to check out his Instagram account. But he's done that one, and there's one more too that I really enjoyed.
What's
Let's
his
see, where was that
Insta?
at? It was back.
Is it at?
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm
I'm trying to
excited.
find it. It was more recent. Aha, here it is.
Type in your Instagram.
Look at this.
Oh yes.
Wait,
Can you see?
glare.
Yeah. I'm
Oh
trying to
wow,
look
that's
at
a
that.
pirate ship.
Day 3, Inktober. Vessel.
So he can draw. The
Heck yeah, he
point of
can
this is he can
draw.
draw.
Heck yeah, he can draw. All
This
right,
was
so
this was another one of my favorites here from August, and it's one of the few that I've colored.
ooh.
But it was cardinal,
Oh, yeah.
and it was all about. I mean, the word of the day was cardinal. So there is a little cardinal up there in the tree, but it just became all about this tree.
And you know,
Look at that.
that's a wonderful exercise though too. When we were doing songwriting exercises back at school and they would do stuff like that, you know, it would be a simple prompt like that, you know, like what did you say? Was it Raven? What was it?
It's a cardinal.
Cardinal? Okay, I'm there. I'm
Cardinal,
with
yeah.
you. So you know, but just being given that led to this whole, you know, image that you came up with and then the little cardinals on there. So it's interesting because they would do the same thing with songwriting or with writing techniques where they would say, all right, here's a word, pumpkin. And they said, you don't have to write about a pumpkin, but whatever gets triggered in your mind from that word, that's what you're writing. You know what I mean? And so you can write about it. And it reminded me of that very much. And I think that's just a wonderful way to, you know, not only warm up, but just have a prompt and go from that. That's really cool.
Absolutely. I gotta ask though. I mean, prior to doing things like August, Sci-Fi Timber, Inktober, did you have a previous art passion for art and drawing?
So I've always been on the music side of things.
Really? What did you play?
I've been playing the drums for 30 years
I
now.
had no idea you're a percussionist.
You
Yeah.
started when you were 4?
Well, almost. So 27 years.
I bet
I
your
started when I
parents
was 7
loved
years old.
you. I bet your
Yes.
parents
That's
loved you.
incredible.
Yes. And so I try and
What doesn't this dude do? I'm sorry,
dabble
but
a
what
little
doesn't
bit.
you do?
I know. I'm right.
But yeah, I've
You're
been a
wrong.
drummer all my life.
Wow.
I
I
don't
would
ever
love to
bring
hear you
that
play.
to yeah, I don't ever bring it to live streaming because, well, the drums are in the basement.
Fair.
I think
They
it's time
don't.
to move the computer down to the basement, bro.
I think so
I
too. I
can't
think we
play
need
a
to hear at
song on
least.
the drums.
Well, you can play with a song on the drums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like a lot of work though. And
You know, just like, you know, just something playing and, you
Yeah,
know,
you
on
don't
your
need.
speakers.
You just need to
Something playing on your
backtrack with
speakers and you
a
just.
good metronome, and you don't need to actually,
I'll try and work on that.
I
I'll
used to
work on
see
it.
I
EJ Luna
challenge you
was
to
a big
do it.
periscoper who used to do that, and he would just have tracks playing, and he would be just bashing along to it. It was great.
It's
Yeah.
time
We
to
do
knock the
need a
dust off
Happs
your skins,
band.
bro.
But I mean,
Why
to
do we have a
answer
Happs band
the
yet?
art side of things, yeah. So I've been musically inclined, but I'd always just liked drawing, just sketching. I don't like draw these massive murals like Des did, and just the amazing detail. I just like sketching little things. That's kind of my jam. And then with the Inktober, it's actually been I've been trying to refine the lines. So I'll sketch it all out in pencil like you guys normally do
Yep.
on the multiverse and art with badges, and then you ink over it. So that's exactly
Right.
what I've been
That's
doing for
proper way to do it.
Inktober.
Yep.
And so I'll wait till I
Nice,
get
baby.
that perfect line that I like, and then that's what I ink over with just a
Yeah.
big
Just
pen.
a good old big ballpoint pen, right?
But yeah, it's actually helped kind of get my lines a little better to go back over a few
That's
times
good.
with the pencil and then ink it and kind of make it permanent thing.
Now, I got one more question, and Carrie, you get yourself ready for your second song if you don't mind. But are you going to do it? You got to do another one, right?
I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Of course I'm
Okay.
going.
That's
I
like,
never
come
shy
on now.
away. I never shy
So
away.
how has drawing, not only with me and Lindsay and Desiree and the crew, but I mean, just maybe drawing with Ella at night when you're on your show, how has that helped you? Have you found that it's kind of, in a way, help distract your mind from the world, or do you feel it's kind of evolving you into something better, something greater?
So I think Lindsay put it best not too long ago when she said after 9:30 at night, that's my time. That's when I
Mm,
stream. That's when I draw. That's when I do my thing. And it's kind of I can't put it much better than that. When the kids go to bed and everything's quiet in here, I can sit down and come on the multiverse or art with
Always
badges
good.
or with Ella and just sit and draw and let the mind kind of relax
that's so
because
good, bro. That's
during
so good.
during the day your mind is racing usually. There's always 1,000 things going on, and it's nice to just let everything kind of melt away
Hmm.
and just
And
focus on what you're drawing. And I haven't
nobody
gotten
expects things. I'm sorry.
right. Exactly.
Nobody
You're
nobody
absolutely
expects
right.
anything from you at night, and I think that's why creatives thrive is, all day I've got the anxiety of like, "Oh my god, my doctor was supposed to call me. I was supposed to call insurance and deal with all this bull. Cadence has to go to day, whatever it is." And then all of a sudden everybody goes to
Life.
sleep and you're like, "Nobody needs me." And I
Yeah.
and you want to stay up all night, because you're like, this is when I can thrive. So, I feel
And
you.
I
I,
realize I realize I've talked about my family a lot. I have a picture here. They don't make
it's story time. Let's do it.
Woo!
this is my lovely family.
Look at that beautiful
Oh my
family.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, your kids are adorable, dude.
Your kids are absolutely gorgeous, and man, your
Your
daughter,
wife
oh,
is
it's just like your
beautiful,
wife.
Tim.
Woo!
This is in Ocean City, Maryland, and
No, it is not in Ocean City, Maryland. We vacationed there every single year, and we stayed at the Talbot Inn.
oh, the Talbot Inn. Yes, I'm very
Right.
familiar.
That is so
Yes,
funny. You
but
guys
that
are
is
beautiful.
That's a
they
beautiful family, Tim.
they are
Wow,
my
show that
world.
again. Show that again. I want that
Show
again.
it
One more
again.
time. One more
One
time.
more
Yeah.
time. What a gorge. Oh my goodness. And let us see the little one with the bow. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Look at that little blue bow.
Oh,
Yes, they are my absolute world, and they help with my sobriety, and they've been there every step of the way through
Dude.
all of this. And I
That
can't
is
thank
such
all
a
of them enough.
blessing.
and what strength they're going to receive and have received from watching their father, from watching this male role model
Mm-hmm.
change himself in the positive and for the better. How amazing for them to witness.
So
For
they have their
so
these
good,
are
dude.
these are my step kids.
Right?
Um but I'm bonus dad. That's what I
Ain't no but, man. Ain't
they
no
still
but.
Amen.
have a dad that's very much so in their life, and it's a great relationship between all of us, and so I get to be
That's
bonus dad,
fantastic.
and I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. So there is some
Do
breaking
it.
news in my
Oh,
life.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay, guys. Wait, wait, wait.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wait. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news.
We got one on the way.
What?
We have a bun in the oven.
Breaking
That's
news.
so
News.
awesome. Oh man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Tim.
Thank you so much, guys.
Baby.
What a blessing. What a blessing.
And thank you
So
for sharing it on Happsstars.
it's on
That is
Happsstars. I have to.
very
Wow.
honored, seriously.
We're about
Haps
10
baby
weeks in.
shower, yes.
10
Sorry,
weeks.
go ahead.
He's 10 weeks in.
That's when you
He
tell
is.
people. That's when you tell
Yes.
people.
So
Well, I want to say, man, from all of us here at Happsstars and myself personally, I'm going to be praying for a healthy baby, for a healthy delivery, and everything just goes
Absolutely.
smoothly during this process. I know we're living in
Mhm.
very crazy times,
Mhm.
but I want you to know that I'm genuinely going to be hoping and praying for a very smooth process for you and her.
I
As
thank
will I, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the comments are here with you as well.
and I thank
I
That's
do hope
everybody.
that
huge,
you'll
bro.
watch this replay and check out all these comments too.
I
I do
am.
Dude,
hope
these
I
comments are blowing up tonight
I
for
know
you.
they're amazing.
whenever
So
I,
supportive.
I wrote it in the comments that I always go back and look. Whenever I'm sharing
Okay.
or doing something like on the mental health hour, they blow through the comments and I'm like, so
Oh
I always
man,
go back and reread. I always do.
that's
Um,
so good.
but
Oh,
Well,
yes,
I think honestly, let's that's a lot to digest. That's an
hmm
amazing announcement. I'm going to let Carrie lead us into a song, and we're going to come back and kind of recap everything that Mr. Conrad's been doing. But Carrie, what
apparently,
do you? Oh, Ella, what's up, Ella, with the Bless
apparently
Up
we're gonna
Award?
have a 19-inch baby.
A
I don't know who
19-inch
he is.
baby that is 17.9 pounds.
7 pounds
Yeah,
6
it's
ounces.
going to be a big baby when it comes
Gonna
out.
be a
And
big baby.
yeah, absolutely. It's going to have a pencil in its hand and a drumstick in the other.
Veda.
So it's going to
Oh,
be
this
an
Veda
is
wasn't
artistic.
talking about the length of the baby. She was.
this
Oh,
just
Oh, wait,
talking
wait,
about.
no, it was the
I think
baby.
she's
Okay,
on
sorry.
trees again. She's on trees again.
Sure, trunks,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
So we're all having this baby. So yes, we're all having it, and you
Poor mom.
officially just are being Veda just offered to officially throw you a Haps baby shower
oh
because she
boy,
loves throwing parties, and I would take her up on that.
Ooh, that would be
yes.
cool. A
The
Haps
answer is
funded
yes.
baby shower.
And she did not say 17 pounds. She said 7.9.
I
I
saw
want to say, or
19
something.
inches. I
Oh,
saw a 19,
7 pounds 6 ounces, not 17
19,
pounds, and then 19 inches. Yes.
19 inches in length.
Yes, make registry daddy needs like carrier. Oh yes, a registry for daddy needs, diaper
Ooh,
bags and yes, yes,
All right, so
yes.
Tim, you got homework.
Data knows how to do
After
this.
tonight's stream, you and your wife get on Amazon, set up
Hmm.
a public
You
shareable
make a
list,
wish list. Hmm.
and let us all be able to contribute something to that list.
all right,
Okay,
we'll
you can
do.
get the
This will have to wait
necessities.
till tomorrow though, because she's already knocked out cold.
No, no,
This
no,
is
no, no. You've got time on this. But the thing is, we can through Happstars, we can promote the link, and if Veda is true in her word, we can actually
She
do
is.
a little thing to help you out with this as well.
all right, all right.
She is
Oh, and
absolutely.
speaking of which, after Carrie's song, I wouldn't mind diving into the other video I have for you.
Oh,
Okay, there's
please,
another video
yes.
here.
Um.
There is another video here. Okay,
I'll explain that, but
okay.
Okay.
yes,
All
Well,
right,
absolutely.
I am going
Carrie.
to go into a song. The last thing I wanted to say was we seem to be having some active sponsorship things going on. When Ella first did it, it was not showing up, but it did take a few minutes. I do want to say that we have somebody saying that they just started sponsoring. Edward Lynn saying, Carrie, Joseph, and Tim, I just became an active sponsor and Haps didn't record it. Let's see what happens in a couple minutes. And let's see if
Yeah,
that. I believe you, my friend. Let's see that it shows up. If it doesn't, then we will go to the team and
give
make
it
sure that it does.
give it about 5 minutes for it to go
Give it a
through the
couple
cycle.
minutes,
Yeah,
and then
Mhm.
it,
keep
the
typing, and then we'll
word
see.
is
Thank you
called
so much.
propagation. You got to allow the server to propagate that there's an
It's been
active
delayed a few
sponsorship.
days now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so you can announce your okay, yeah. So Ella just became a sponsor, and it did show up. So let's see.
All right.
Okay.
So Ella's got the yellow star. Okay.
Oh, it's been 30 minutes already.
Oh.
Oh, Pablo, Pablo,
All righty. All righty.
Pablo, Peter, Lucia, Mark, Drew, we need you. Okay, so because Edward Lynn, we will get this sorted out. All right, so here we go. I'm going to sing a song called "Courage to Change,"
Okay.
and it is from Zoom karaoke. Is that what I don't think I want that. Okay, here we go.
Tag Peter on here just to, if he's still on the platform, maybe we can get an answer or something to make sure.
Yeah, I would love to. I'll find them. I'll text them or something. World, I want to leave you better. I want my life to matter. I am afraid I have no purpose here. I watch the news on TV, abandon myself daily. I am afraid to let you see the real me. The rain it falls, pouring on me, and the rain it falls, sowing the seeds of love and hope, love and hope. We don't have to stay stuck in the weeds. Have I the courage to change? The courage to change today. The courage to change today. I, the courage to change, have I? The courage to change, have I? The courage to change today. Ooh, you're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. You're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. World, you're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. I want to leave you better. I want my life to matter. I am afraid I have no purpose here. The rain it falls, pouring on me in the rain it falls, sowing the seeds of love and hope, love and hope. We don't have to stay stuck in the weeds. Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change today? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change today? You're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. You're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. Badass piano solo. Absolutely dig this. Check out this jazz coming up. Those triplets. Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change today? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change? Have I the courage to change today? You're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can be anything. You're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. You're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. You're not alone in all this. You're not alone, I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. All right. So there you guys have it. That was Courage to Change. Oh. I hear me on echo. That was Courage to Change, and that was by Sia. If you guys don't know, I pretty much can't go a day without singing Sia. So, well, hello, my friend, you're back. So I wanted that message to be spread because when I heard Courage to Change, I had the frisson, okay? I had the frizzen, and the lyrics are gorgeous, absolutely. And I was I don't mean to be stealing anyone's spotlight or time, but as you guys know, this is a marathon show. We never end. I was actually introduced to this song. It came out the day it came out. I was curled up in a ball on this bed. It's not my bed, somebody else's bed. And I was having a typical BPD day where, 1 minute you're thrilled, the next minute you're crying, the next minute you're up and down. Y'all who experienced me PD, y'all know. And so I was feeling that deep grief feeling that BPD causes you to feel over small things, but it doesn't matter how small they are if it's evoking that huge emotion in you, right? So I'm sitting there and I am just tears falling down my face, and I am just feeling like no one is going to ever understand this. No one is going to get this. And it's such a simple song, but all of a sudden I had Sia telling me, you're not alone in all this. She's saying you, and that use of the word you there. And this is how music can really, really come in handy here. You're not alone in all this. You're not alone. I promise. Standing together, we can do anything. And having that, I just got the frizzen again. Having those lyrics thrown into my ears when I needed it, I mean, it was like the song. Yeah, when you say you, it's honestly like I mean, honestly, like this song, when you put the word you in it, yeah, it's like they're speaking to you. And so for her to be saying, like, do I have the courage to change? And, am I going to be able to do this, when the rain is falling and, you're hoping and you're trying to love and all of this. And we don't have to stay here stuck in the weeds. We don't have to stay where we are that has made us the worst version of ourselves, right? And so it's like, okay, Sia, thanks. Exactly. It was extremely healing. So I just wanted to say that was where I was coming from with this title, and just wanted to share that with you guys because I think that it's a beautiful message.
That's awesome.
So there we go. I'm
Good.
done with my music chat now.
No, that's
So now let's
amazing.
go. Thank you, Lindsay, and thank you, everybody. Thank you, Veda, and yeah, let's go back into the wrap up, if you will, of everything that's gone on, and if we have any last minute things that we didn't go over, let's do it. A great song, it made me so we can laugh again. Okay, let's do some more laughing.
So, Tim, is there any other elements of your life? We probably want to do a recap a little bit of just everything, just for people that are either on the replay or just now joining. Maybe there's a
That would
lot
be
of
cool.
things. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that'd be cool. Yeah, if somebody's just
Yeah.
joining, to let them
So
know. Yeah,
just give us a recap of
even like a 5
you don't
minute.
have to
Sure.
go into your story, but just the things that you're doing now, the mental health
Sure.
hour, the Bickersons on Ella. Just give us a little recap of when and where we can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Tim.
Hi,
I
Tim.
have
Hi, Tim.
hi. I like
Hi, Tim.
trees.
I like
Um,
trees.
So I have been live streaming here now on the Happs platform for about 20 weeks, and I do a show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time called Mental Health Hour. And if you want to see the clip, just watch the replay. It's awesome. But I do have another video for you all real quick before we,
Oh,
since
please.
we're talking active sponsorships and what have you. We recently had someone on our Mental Health Hour broadcast who is taking the month of October and walking for the UK charity Mind, and that is
Wow.
Doe Darling, and
Well, let's
you all
do
know
it.
her
Let's
at
roll.
Vegan Doe.
Yeah,
Let's roll that. Let's roll that vegan dough footage here. Here we go. Here we go. Very nice. Donate vegan dough. So tell us a
Yes.
little bit about that. What's the connection there, Tim?
So, it's all connected with mental health. We had Doe on 2 weeks ago to talk about the COVID-19 pandemic. It was a great broadcast. Blessed to have Doe on, and it just so happened to align with the charity walk that Doe is doing. It's a 100-mile walk over the course of October, or 160 kilometers in UK speak. And yeah, Doe is already, let's see, I think it was like 49 miles in.
What?
Yeah. So, I mean, Doe's knocking it out of the park. So if you want to sponsor
Hey,
Doe
Pablo.
Darling, tinyurl.com/vegan dough. And yeah,
She's
we're
pretty
amazing.
awesome. I've watched some of her streams.
That was incredible.
Doe is amazing. I mean, I think that they are what they do is phenomenal, and she's so talented. I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Well, when she was on
Jack of all
Happsstars, she revealed some stuff that I didn't even know that she did.
Yeah, they are very multi-talented. I mean, there's just a million different things. Oh, okay. Very
Nice.
cool. Okay, so we'll clear that up in just a second. Thank you so much, Pablo. You are
Thank
a
you,
lifesaver.
Pablo.
No, but that's absolutely incredible. That's amazing. Please, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Who's cutting who off? I'm good.
I thought maybe I cut.
No,
Troy was probably trying to tell a story, and I cut him off.
Troy,
it's all good.
What are you doing, Troy? What's going on in your end right now? You look like you got a million things.
How you doing?
Well,
what do you want to showcase?
I want to show people what I'm doing with Happsstars. Okay, I'm gonna
okay.
Sure.
I see a forehead.
Oh, there's some hair.
I see a
I like
something
your hair.
that I don't know if I want to.
I like your hair. This is a
gotta-
dream.
All right, only
I can't flip my camera around.
Happy Halloween, Pablo.
Happy Halloween.
And so while we're
Troy,
figuring this out, then
I believe Sports for the Blind is locked up. Yeah, he gone.
Oh, where'd he go?
He gone.
He gone. Okay, so I just want to say, in reference to Edward Lynn,
Yes.
so it did say that you sponsored Tim Conrad. So the reason it's not showing up is because this is the Happsstars account. When Tim is live on his account, your active sponsor badge will show up. Absolutely. So that is what was going on. Just wanted to clear that up. Wow. Oh my gosh. Veda is
And
speaking out.
thank you.
Hapsy, oh my God. A tour. This is a dream. So curious. Always am I. I am. I can't speak about whatever. What a fucking tease, as always. That Troy. Troy, you teased us with your face.
Troy, so what are you doing, Troy? Is this?
So can you see my screen?
Are you downloading the internet?
There we go.
No, this is how much room.
No, don't be sorry, Veda. I love you.
See, that's my whole screen, and I have to scroll over to see the comments, and then I have to scroll over to see you guys.
Oh my goodness. For those of you, do you want to explain?
To be able to read the comments, I have to,
Wow.
That's how big I have to have it. And I could use it even bigger than that.
Yeah, that's definitely some Zoom power right there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But look, it's Double Joe. It's huge. But it's amazing, Troy, honestly. I mean, of all the people that take this on, I love that it's you. I love that that despite everything, despite any visual impairment whatsoever, you guys just keep going. Okay. But despite any visual impairment whatsoever, Troy is able to catch things that I never catch. I'm talking grammar issues, like a semicolon that's supposed to be it's amazing. So, love Troy and his super zoomed in stuff, but I know it's tough to go back and forth from
But you know what? What's amazing about Troy is that he's able to overcome that, and it doesn't phase him one bit. Like his level of productivity is crazy.
Oh yeah.
And there's no stopping that dude. I'm telling you.
Awesome.
Well, you give me a project, and I will figure out how to do it.
Cool,
just like
man.
baseball, just like bowling, just like everything else that Sports for the Blind does, we try to find a solution. Like we have a couple people that do birdhouses.
Well, I'm looking for a good electrician to get these shorts out of my crack.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, there's just so many different things that you could do with a.
So there is that.
There is an electrician on the house. Great. Let's get him over, and
Good
you know,
electrician stuff, by the way.
Troy and Joe have like a special connection where they
Yeah.
save each other's, you know, voice memos.
I
Oh,
don't save his voice memos. I don't have a Troy. I don't have a Happsstars spank bank. I'm sorry. I don't.
Okay, got her.
Yeah, but
Got
no, I
him.
mean that's Troy's giggling because he's like, it's true.
And it's kind of a creeper giggle too. It's kind of like one of those ones like.
Troy, stop.
So weird.
Troy, you know it's all in good fun though. You know we're loving
yeah, I know. It's all
good.
good.
Okay. We would never make fun of Troy if we were actually making fun of Troy because that is just not allowed.
Only I
Troy
can
is
slap
the
that buttocks.
kindest person in the entire world. Do you even know I've committed?
What?
I can't tell if you're being serious or not, Lorenzo, because I do think that attempted suicide is a very serious topic. I don't know if you're letting us know. The way the comment is presented is a little playful.
Alarming.
I would like you to elaborate on that, please, if you don't mind.
That's not
And in the
exactly the way I would have worded that sentence. Just
no,
so
so
you
I'm
know.
I'm just gonna, you know, one more chance, because Lorenzo has been hanging around for a very long time, and just want to see if maybe there was a you know, language barrier there. So in the meantime, before I address that, is there anything else that we have that we haven't highlighted or gotten to today? Because I feel like we barely touched the surface of so many things that we talked about, but at the same time, we did delve into some really big stuff.
We
So
did.
did we miss anything, Tim? Is there anything that you want to share with anybody before we close? Anything at all?
Well, as always, you know, please tune into the Mental Health Hour if you'd like to on Wednesdays. But my DMs are always open if you ever need somebody to talk to or just want to lay something out there. Please feel free to get in touch with me. The bio link, I'll drop it again. It has all of my stuff. It has all of Gemma's stuff. She is the same way. If you ever just feel like you want to talk to one of us, and doesn't have to be about anything in particular, just even if you just want to say hello or need
And
somebody to talk to,
seriously,
I'm here.
take him up on that. Take people up on that when they say they are willing to help you. Take them up on it,
Yes.
please. Hello, doggy. Is that Niklaus?
No, that's Faith.
Hello, Faith.
Aw, sweet.
Where will you be after this? Oh yeah, where's the party moving after?
Yeah, where's the
Happsstars
party?
ends?
Are we going to the Bickersons?
I think the Bickersons might fire up tonight for a little
Well, I
after
think
party.
they need to. Is there? Let me see. Does Ella already have a scheduled Bickerson coming up?
I
'Cause
think
if
she said
does,
she
I'm
was
gonna.
going to.
She said that the after party's on her channel.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me get that link, and I'm gonna pop that link into this chat, and we all can just there it is. I see it right now. We can just go ahead and room raid. Just go over there, hang out, and be with our friends, the Bickersons. There's a direct link for you guys, right there.
Be merry.
So, well, listen, Tim, I want to wrap this up, man. I want to thank
Yes.
you so much for this amazing hour and a half of just it doesn't feel like we've been talking this long, but I got to say, man, thank you for being transparent, being honest, being relevant. Dude, I'm telling you, you're wearing the full armor right now, and I can't wait to see where this is going to take you in the future. Just sharing your story, just continue doing what you're doing. You're on a good cycle right now. Congratulations so much with the bun in the oven. and
Oh
I
my
can't wait to be
gosh.
working with you and getting some support coming your way. So you got a little homework to do with your wife when she wakes
Yes.
up in a few days. But
When she
man,
wakes up in a few days, what the
yeah,
fuck?
well, when she wakes up, I'm just saying, like, when she
No, I know.
gets, you got a few
over
days to
the
figure this
next
out. Yeah, you know
over the
what I'm
next
saying.
few days.
But
That just
yeah,
and that the bun in the oven just proves that my work here was not done yet, and I'm glad that I chose to stick around and
That's
fight
amazing.
heck yeah,
and
man,
try and be a
That
better
life that you're
person.
gonna.
you're fighting a good fight, brother.
Well, thank
Oh
you
my
guys for
gosh.
having me
No,
on. I
no.
appreciate it.
All right,
I don't want to end quite yet. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Lorenzo is being serious. He wrote us several times, but he's saying people never minded. He's saying that he actually so I think we have somebody saying that they did attempt suicide multiple times and that it wasn't working. Lorenzo, I do want to just extend my deepest condolences to the pain that you must have been feeling to have gone through that many times. And I do want to say that there's a reason in life that sometimes it doesn't work, and I'm not saying there's a reason for it to work ever. I'm just saying that there's a reason for you to be here, and we're very glad you're here. And I'm just glad that Tim's story is reaching people. And I do want to apologize. I did not mean to trivialize anything that you were saying, Lorenzo. I wanted to make sure that we were staying on track. So my apologies if I misread your comment. And we do absolutely have all of the support and love for you that we have for Tim and Joe and Troy and everybody else in this wonderful
my
community.
DMs are always open, Lorenzo,
mm-hmm,
and
Yes, absolutely.
as are Tim's, I'm sure, and Carrie's,
mm-hmm.
and
Was
Sports for
just
the Blind.
making sure that I didn't read something wrong. That's all it was. So thank
I'm
you,
Yes,
glad you
Lorenzo.
addressed that, Carrie. I really am. I would have
yes.
felt very guilty had we not addressed that.
Yes, and Lorenzo's been around in all the streams. Good person, always supportive, always amazing. And the last thing I want is for you to feel like nobody is listening. So we are listening. We hear you. We see you,
We
and we
love you,
appreciate
more
you.
importantly.
We love you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes. So, oh, and hello, James. It's wonderful to see you. I
Hey,
like
James.
trees.
I like
So,
trees.
I like
I like big
trees.
trees and small
I like
trees
big
and spruce
trees, and
trees and locust trees and
I
maple tree.
maple trees.
Anyway,
Okay.
Oh,
So, on that note,
well, thank you guys very much. Thank you,
Thank
Tim.
you.
you guys are amazing.
Are we
Thank you,
ready to
everybody, for being
roll
here.
out of here?
I think that's it. I think that's a wrap.
I
Episode
think
5,
so
season
too.
3. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
Tim, you're a rock star.
Featured on Happsstars, showcasing who you are. Happs is where you can view Carry Long Live in the crew. You're a Happstar, no matter who you are. Live for all to see. Just be you and I'll be me. Featured on Happsstars.